Moving with Doyle, moving with Doyle, moving with Doyle, moving with Doyle.
All right.
Moving with Doyle,
Okay.
moving with Doyle.
Let's go.
Moving with Doyle, moving with Doyle.
Yeah.
Moving with Doyle, moving with Doyle.
Let's go.
Moving with Doyle, moving with Doyle.
Okay.
Moving with Doyle, moving with Doyle.
Let's go.
Moving with Doyle.
All right.
Moving with Doyle.
Yeah.
Moving with Doyle.
Yeah.
Moving with Doyle.
Yeah.
Moving with Doyle. Moving with Doyle.
All right.
Moving with Doyle.
Okay.
Moving with Doyle.
Yeah.
Moving with Doyle.
Yeah.
Moving with Doyle.
Yeah.
Hey, scholars, Mr. Doyle here. Another one for you. This is going to be called 2 for 6. Okay, so this one we're just going to do 2 exercises, shoulder touches and crab kicks for 6 minutes. Okay, I'm also going to switch it up halfway through, and you can do that with me, or you can just keep doing the same thing to where it's going to be, instead of shoulder touch in that push-up position, you're going to be doing leg lifts behind you, and then when you get into the crab position, instead of kicking, you'll do shoulder touches. Okay, so just slightly different, but it's actually just, we just kind of flip it, and that'll be 3 minutes through, because we're going to do this for 6 minutes. Okay, we'll do a number. We'll keep it simple here with the number. It'll be 6 every time. Okay, and now what I want you to, before we start doing it, what I want you to just try to do every time when you go from the shoulder touch position, so the push-up position, to crab kick, I want you to try to walk your hands back to your feet, and then keep walking your hands behind you until you get into the crab position. Okay, so it's a full body exercise. All right, so I'll show you first. So after we do, let's say this is 5 and then 6 shoulder touch. Okay, this is just an example. You're going to walk your hands back, keep your feet still. See how I'm moving away from the camera, and then I'm going to just keep walking my hands, just keeping my feet on the floor, never sitting down until I get into the crab position, and then I'll start to do my kicks. Okay, and then from this position, we're going to do the same thing. Okay, we're just going to reverse it. So once you get done with your 6 crab kicks, you'll keep walking. Notice I never sat down. I just keep walking my hands. So the only things that touch the floor are my hands and my feet. That's it. Okay? So we'll try that. Again, I have my phone, which has a timer on it. And you should have something like that too. Or it might be on your iPad or your computer. Or you can do old school and have a watch. Okay? If you know what those are. Now, 6 minutes may seem like a long time, but we're doing a small amount of reps, so it's just 6. Okay, the main thing is you might start to feel tired in the middle of your body, that's what I want. Okay, this is going to be a really good core exercise, but it's also going to be good for your arms and your legs. Okay, the shoulder touches are great, and the kicks are great too. The main thing here, though, is that we're trying to stay as long as we can in the middle of our body. Yeah, it's called your core. All right, here and then the lower back area. That's your core. All right. So if at any time that feels like if you're getting those things too close together, like if everything is clenching in, okay, every time you walk a little bit farther. I want you to try to feel long and lengthy. Okay. So whether you're in this push-up position, make sure your feet and hands are not too close. All right. Little side view I can give you. Okay. So you want to be here. You just want your hands right underneath your shoulders, okay? And you don't want to have your feet too close, because then you end up like this. You end up almost like with your, like in a down dog, like a downward dog position, okay? And then you don't want your hands like too far back either, because then it's kind of the same thing, all right? And also you don't want your hands way too far in front, because then you end up doing kind of like weird touches and your body might fall. Okay, so you want to have balance. And then with the crab kick, you want to make sure, again, like if you're too close, it's almost like you're sitting on the floor, okay? And that's not going to be as good for this middle part of your body, all right? So try to have your hands, again, right underneath your shoulders, but the middle of your body is up off the floor. It's almost like you're in a table position, okay? You should look like a table, okay? This is also called reverse plank, if you've ever heard that. So it's kind of like the reverse of the push-up position. And then from here, we can do our kicks. And then, like I said, halfway through, we're going to just be changing it to shoulder touches in the crab position, all right? And when we change the shoulder touch in the push-up position to leg lifts, it just looks like this. One leg lifts up, down, and then the other leg lifts up, down, okay? That's pretty much it. Let's get it started, all right? While you're doing this, make sure you're breathing, okay? And you're like, Mr. Doyle, obviously I'm going to breathe, okay? I think it's Mr. Doyle. Ms. Doyle, I'm going to breathe, okay? Yeah, I know. But at different times, you might find that your breathing is going to go real fast and you're breathing out more than you're breathing in. So anytime you feel that, try to slow it down and breathe in for longer, okay? In for longer. All right. So I started this timer right now. So we're going to begin 6 minutes. Here we go. Okay, so we're in that nice push-up position. Try to line up a little better for you there. Maybe like that. There we go. Okay, and then we'll start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then start to walk your hands back. All right, until you're back here into your crab position. Once you feel comfortable, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now again, remember, don't sit down yet. Just walk your hands and your arms back up. Okay? Kind of like you're crawling. Kind of like an animal crawl or a bear crawl on the way up. Okay? And back to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Walk the hands back. Okay? Until your hands are close to your feet. And then start to sit back, but don't sit on the floor. Keep walking your hands back. Now we can start these again. Hands right underneath your shoulders. So your arms are in a good straight position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Walk our way back up. And then we're back into the plank position, push-up position. You've heard these called different things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're walking back. Now as you're doing this, as we do it more and more, you'll notice your body might start to move more side to side, okay? That's when I want you to squeeze your core. So you just kind of clench all the muscles in your stomach and your lower back and squeeze them in, okay? Tighten all of that up. That will give you more length and make you feel even stronger. Let's get back to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to walk back up, okay? So let me show you what I'm talking about. This is a good position to show it in. So if you're starting to get tired and you move your body all the way like this, okay? It's okay because you're going to be working the side of your core, all right? But we really want to try to stay balanced, okay? So when you do this, really squeeze all those core muscles so you're not really moving much. So all that's happening is your arm is lifting to touch your shoulder, okay? That's it. It's not like you're rocking back and forth or going way over like this, okay? A little bit too much, and we want to, remember, we're trying to exercise the middle of our body, right? So now, I just hit the halfway mark. 3 minutes are left. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to where we're doing shoulder touches in the crab position. Okay, so it's like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to walk back up. Now we'll do leg lifts. So you'll see my legs lift behind me. So now my hands are going to stay down. Lift up. 1, 2. You can see that. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we'll walk back again. Shoulder touch in the crab position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if you notice, doing a lot of talking and stopping, and part of that is so you realize that you don't have to do this too fast, and it might be better to not do it too fast. If you're starting to get really tired, you can always set your knees down. Okay. Oh, sorry, I got to do leg lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I'm going to walk my hands back into the crab position. Okay. Go. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Walk the hands forward, back into long plank. Okay, nice long position. And then leg lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Walk the hands back. So, as I said, if you're getting tired, you can always just stop. Put your knees down or sit down and rest. Okay? Doesn't have to go 6 minutes. If you don't think you can do it anymore, okay, like your body's too tired, then that's when you're done. Okay? That's when you're done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Walk the hands back up. Try to always keep a little bend in your elbows and in your knees, okay? So you might not feel it sometimes. It might feel completely straight. And if it does, just put a little bend in them, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's good to have them straight, but you might start to feel real tight in your elbows, okay? Because of all the work we're doing with our hands and arms right now. All right, so if you feel that, just put a little bend in your elbow, the one that's on the floor. Like right now, this one, put a little bit of bend in it to use more muscle, okay? And then as we finish up here, you can hear, maybe you can hear my timers going off, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and restart it. Like I told you on other videos, what you can do with these is restart the time, rest for that amount of time, and then you can do that again. Now with this one, we did 2 things, right? So you could do 2 different things, and you could do it for 6 minutes, or you could do them, if they're a little bit more intense, maybe you only do it for 4 minutes, or maybe you do it for like 2 minutes. So if you want to change it up, and I'll do different videos with different exercises, but just so you know now, if you want to change it up, you can. It's just ideas on what to do and then times to do it. So it gives you something to look forward to, okay, and to realize, okay, I'm doing a good job, I'm working hard, and at this time, 6 minutes, I can stop, okay? That's a lot of what these times will do for you, all right, scholars? So you could switch it to like something, instead you could do jumping jacks, and then you could get down into a position to do push-ups or shoulder touches like we just did. But the jumping jacks, since they're a little bit more upbeat and intense, that 6 minutes might be too long. You might want to just go a little bit less, okay? But that's the idea with this one, all right? Be well, scholars. Doing a great job. I hope everything is going well for you and your family's healthy and you're healthy. And remember to stay positive, all right? Signing off. We'll see you.